New at this hour from 9 News Investigates, an Englewood police officer faces a felony charge accusing him of putting a man in a chokehold after a traffic stop. That officer turned himself in to authorities in Denver this afternoon. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Alexandra Lewis.
I'm Kim Christensen. The officer's actions were captured by dashboard and body cameras. Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates broke this story, and he joins us now. So, Kevin, what led to all of this?
Well, Kim and Alex, this started with the officer pulling over a young man who ran a stop sign. Then it quickly escalated. It was just after 11 p.m. on October 8th, a block off Broadway. That's where Englewood police officer Ryan Vecina stopped an Audi and questioned the 20-year-old driver. According to court documents obtained by 9 News Investigates, that young man is a Venezuelan national, speaks Spanish, and knows only a few words of English. After he failed to produce his driver's license or turn over his keys, the officer pulled him from the car, wrestled him to the ground, and put him in a chokehold. The officer also used a taser on the man. All of those actions violated both state law and Englewood police policy, according to the arrest affidavit. Because the man Vecina is accused of attacking is a victim in this case, 9 News is not naming him. A judge set bail for Vecina at $25,000. No date has been set for his first court appearance. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
So, what is the officer's employment status, and what charges could he face?
Kim, we don't know what his employment status is. We've been asking Englewood about that today. We have not gotten an answer. He is expected to be charged with second-degree assault, strangulation, which carries a minimum prison sentence of 5 years and a maximum of 16 years. He's also expected to be charged with third-degree assault for using his taser and with official misconduct.
And this is, 3 weeks after it happened, roughly?
Yes.
Thank you, Kevin.
After setting a record high yesterday, Colorado cooled back down today to kick off the work week. We just sat at below 60s today. It was nice. Our Weather Impact team is tracking a warmer Tuesday on tap for you, though. Hey, Kathy.
Hi, guys. Yeah, it's a weather roller coaster. And then again, there's that sunset now before 5 o'clock that we're all getting used to. More cloud cover today and wind because of that front that kind of backed in along the Front Range this morning. Things are starting to clear out and calm down, and travel hasn't been really impacted by this weather system. What you have noticed is the temperature. Yesterday, 83, today, 55, and now we're cooling to 53. And those numbers will go even colder now that the sun has set. We are some 20 to 25 degrees colder this hour than we were 24 hours ago. So that wind out of the east has really been kind of a bear for areas like Monument Hill and Castle Rock, but starting to shift out of the west and southwest, gusty over Loveland Pass and Dumont. But that west to southwest flow will help to scour out this bank of clouds and will also help to warm us up tomorrow. So again, a bit of a weather roller coaster. We were 80s, today we were 50s, tomorrow will be 70s. So yeah, there's a lot to track in the extended forecast, but we also have a storm that might bring a little bit of snow to the Colorado high country. And that is part of your weather headlines. We're going to cover that and talk all in detail about how much snow the northern mountains might see on Thursday in just a bit.
A judge has rejected a plea deal of a former funeral home owner accused of improperly storing nearly 190 decaying bodies. Carrie and John Halford were the owners of the Return to Nature funeral home in Penrose. They're accused of leaving nearly 190 bodies to decay inside their building, giving families fake ashes and defrauding the government out of nearly $900,000. Both pleaded guilty to hundreds of those counts of corpse abuse, but the judge threw out their plea deals after families said the deal's 15 to 20-year sentence was too lenient. John Halford has withdrawn his plea and will now face trial. Carrie Halford can now either withdraw her guilty plea or continue without the deal and face a higher sentence.
A grand jury has indicted a man from California for attempting to pimp Colorado women. Andrew Dominguez was recently indicted on 7 counts, including organized crime, extortion, and attempted pimping. Investigators say back in 2023, he contacted hundreds of women and underage girls online in Colorado, trying to recruit them into a trafficking operation across the state. Officials believe there may be more victims still out there. They're urging them to reach out to the Denver DA's Human Trafficking Unit.
Colorado State Patrol will lead a sobriety checkpoint this week to honor a Golden police officer killed by a drunk driver last year. Thursday will mark 1 year since Officer Evan Dunn and his partner Bethany Grusine were hit while responding to a crash on Highway 58. Dunn died at the scene. Grusing and 2 others were seriously hurt. Former School of Mines teacher Stephen Gear was arrested for the crash. Prosecutors say he had a blood alcohol level twice the legal limit, more than 3 hours after the wreck. To honor Dunn, CSP will hold their checkpoint on Highway 6 in Golden this Thursday from 5 p.m. until 2 the following morning.
An ambulance company serving Boulder is shutting down its operations faculty at the end of the year. That's according to our partners at the Denver Business Journal. American Medical Response says 87 workers will be laid off when the site on Pearl Street closes December 31st. That includes EMTs, paramedics, and field supervisors. The company says some employees will be offered to transfer to other metro area locations. Right now, it's not clear whether AMR will keep its contract with the city. Boulder put out bids for a new ambulance provider this summer, just a few months after an AMR paramedic was charged in a manslaughter case.
The Trump administration says it will use emergency funds to partially cover SNAP benefits this month. The move comes after millions of Americans missed their November benefits because of the ongoing government shutdown. On Friday, a federal judge ordered the Agriculture Department to release money for the program, either in full or partially, by the end of the week. The White House says it's tapping $4.6 billion in contingency funds to cover about half of each household's benefits, but it'll still need another $4 billion from Congress to make full benefits. This all comes as food banks around Colorado see a surge in demand.
The Weld Food Bank is getting overwhelmed with people needing help right now. Today, they had cars lined up around the block. The food bank captured this drone video we want to show you of that line stretched down the road. This was about 8 o'clock this morning. They say this is almost twice as many cars compared to what they normally see on a Monday. This is the first day they're helping people after families didn't receive their SNAP benefits over the weekend because of the government shutdown.
Feel like that we are serving a lot more folks, and we've been asking them when they've been coming in, have you been impacted by this freeze in SNAP funding? And we found that about 60% of the folks who are coming here today have said that the funding freeze has impacted them and their households.
The food bank is extending its hours. They will be temporarily open from 8 until 3:30 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Also, our 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive is trying to bridge the gap. We're teaming up with local food banks and King Soopers to help raise $750,000 for Coloradans facing food insecurity. Each dollar you donate is enough for 3 meals. You can scan this QR code to get to our donation page. You can also donate when you're checking out at King Soopers. Our 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive runs through December 7th.